a difference equation. Okay, what do you mean by the solution of a difference equation? That is nothing but here once again we are trying to find out the impulse response, or what we call it as impulse response or a step response for any given that is a differential equations. Okay, so here we are just trying to find out the response, that it may be an impulse response or it may be a step response for any given difference equation. Okay, yes. So getting directly into, instead of directly going into a program, I'll just explain you what do you mean by difference equation and all those things. You can see from the theoretical part which I've shared here, a difference equation with constant coefficients describes a linear time invariant system. Okay, so there is an example which has been given here, that is y of n plus 0.8 y of n minus 2 plus 0.6 into y of n minus 3, which is equal to x of n plus 0.7 x of n minus 1 plus 0.5 x of n minus 2. Okay, from looking into this difference equation, we can see the terms are there with respect to the delay elements are there with respect to the input x of n, and then we have a delay elements for your output also, that is for output y of n also. And looking into the number of delay elements, we can make out that the order of the given system, it is a third order. Why it is a third order? Because we can see that is y of n plus 0.8 y of n minus 2, and we have a highest delay element, that is n minus 3. So we can make out from this, okay, the order of the given transfer function, it is a third order transfer function. And of course, if you see the coefficients are, we have a coefficients for y of n and of course for your the x of n also. That is for input and as well as for the output. If you see the output coefficients, that is the coefficients, we have a 0.8, 0.7. Okay. Of course, all those values are constant values. Okay. And they are not the function of with respect to the time. We can make out that is it is a constant value, that is 0.8. It is a constant. Okay. 0.6. Of course, all those things are not varying with respect to the time. Okay. But if you see the next example here, there is one more example, the difference equation y of n plus 0.3 into n into y. Okay, what is that n here? It is a multiplication factor which is varying, that is which is varying with respect to the time, that is here we are taking it as a time as n itself. So it is multiplying. The 0.3 is not a constant, it is varying. Okay, so in the first equation, all the coefficients were a constant coefficients. But when it comes to the next second equation, that is the difference equation y of n plus 0.3 into n into y of n minus 1, which is equal to x of n. It is also a differential equation, but here it is describes a time varying system. In the earlier, it is not a time varying system. Now it is a time varying system. Okay, and the coefficient, that is 0.3 into n, is not a constant value. Okay, yes. I will just consider one more example here. Okay, that is a difference equation. That is y of, that is okay. Of course, the difference equation can be solved, or it can be simplified, or we are trying to obtain what we call it as the impulse response of the given system by, of course, by rearranging it. How do we rearrange? We want the output itself. What is my output here? It is with respect to y of n. So I can rearrange the given difference equation. If you rearrange the difference equation, it will become as what? Y of n, which I'm taking into the left hand side and remaining all the parameters to the right hand side. Okay, so y of n, which will become x of n plus 0.7 x of n minus 1, of course 0.5 into x of n minus 2, and the remaining two delay elements, that is minus 0.8 y of n minus 2, and it will become minus 0.6 into y of n minus 3. Okay, but what we are trying to do here is the impulse response. Okay, we are trying to do we are trying to find out the response. It can be an impulse response, it can be a step response, or it can be a steady state response. The steady state response is nothing but it is a sinusoidal sequence. If it is sinusoidal sequence, we'll try to get a steady state response. Okay, so we can do means response can be obtained in three different forms. It can be an impulse response, it can be a step response, or it can be a steady state response. Impulse response, that is nothing but, of course, it can be a finite impulse response or it can be a infinite impulse response. Okay, so Impulse response, that is nothing but will be that is replacing my what x of n is equal to what dou of n will be replacing it. Okay, so then for that particular equation we'll try to find out the impulse response. When it comes to the step response, of course, for a step response, I'm replacing my x of n with a unit step response, that is with what we call it as in the signals, that is calling it as u of n. Okay. And if it is a sinusoidal type of your response, that is nothing but a steady state response can also be obtained, which can be in the form of sine omega or it can be in a form of a cos omega of n. Okay. So all the three different types of response can be obtained for any given differential type of your equations. So only the things what we have to replace is instead of x of n, we have to replace with the dou of n. It will become an impulse response, or else if it is an unit step response, we will be replacing with u of n. And if it is a sinusoidal type of a sequence, we can replace with a sine or a cos omega of n. Okay, so I can just try to obtain any three different types of your responses from for the given differential equation. Okay, yeah, we can see here. Yeah, before getting into the program, we will see what do you mean by an IIR or what we mean by an FIR and all those things with respect to the responses here. Okay, the different equation containing past samples of output, that is y of n minus 1, y of n minus 2, etc., leads to a recursive system. Okay, in the earlier first expression, what we have taken the differential equation, we can see that we have taken y of n, sorry, yes, we can see here we have taken as what y of n is there, y of n minus 2 is also there, y of n minus 3 is also there. That is nothing but we are trying to take the past samples of the output also. Okay, y of n is nothing but the output, and we are trying to take the means my difference equation is containing what the past samples of the sequence output sequence also, that is y of n minus 1, y of n minus 2, y if it is there n minus 3 on all those things. Okay, and if the output or the difference equation, if it is comprising of the past samples, then it is called as an infinite duration, or whose impulse response is of a infinite duration. Okay, if what is the meaning here, if the in the difference equation, if my output sample contains the past values, that is nothing but y of n minus 1, y of n minus 2, n minus 3, or any parameter. Okay, it need not to be everything, n minus 1, n minus 2, n minus 3, everything need not be there. If n minus 3 is also there, that is nothing but it is containing the output samples. Any one, if it is there, of course it is containing the output sample. Means our past output sample. If that particular, if it is there, then whose impulse response will be an infinite duration. Okay, and for such system, the impulse response is computed. How it has been computed for a particular value, because it is an infinite, it can vary from 0 to infinity also. Okay, so what I can do, that is it will be up to infinity also, so it's not necessary. So what I have to specify, I'll be specifying for till how many numbers, or what we can call it as n, for particular value of n, till that particular value of n, I will try to get the what we call it as a impulse response. Okay, so if people are getting it, so please try to understand. If the in the given difference equation, if the output sample, if it y of n minus 1, that is the delay elements are there, that is nothing but that is y output samples delay elements, if it is there, then it is called as an infinite duration. If it is an infinite duration, for that particular case, if I am trying to obtain the impulse response, and that particular impulse response will be trying to fix a particular number, because it will be up to varying, goes on up to infinity also. So I don't want up to an infinity, so I'll be specifying for what particular values I need the response. Okay, yes. So if my output samples are not, that is the past output samples are not there, that is nothing but instead of equation y of n minus y of n minus 2, n minus 3, all those things, because the difference equation is containing only y of n and the what the delay elements of your input. If that is the case, then it is called as an FIR filter. Okay. So what is the difference between IIR and FIR? In the IIR, that is, it is an infinite duration or an infinite impulse response where the output samples, the past output samples, if it is there, then it is an IIR. If a past output samples is not there, then it is called as an FIR. Okay. Yes. And to obtain this, that is nothing but to obtain the filter or impulse response for this particular difference equation, we are using one function. That particular function is called as a filter, FILTR. This is the one keyword function which you people will be using to get the impulse response for the given difference equation. Okay. And the filter function evaluates, it is nothing but what this filter function, it is nothing but it is trying to evaluate, or it is trying to find out the convolution of two different sequences, of course, with respect to x of n and y of n. So the filter function evaluates the convolution of an infinite sequence and my x of n. Okay, so if you want to get an output y of n, I'm trying to find out the convolution of what? Two things. One is the input x of n, the other one is the sequence, the infinite sequence. That is the infinite sequence what we are trying to give for n is equal to some particular number. It can be 50, it can be 100, or it may be 1000 also. Okay, so it is trying to find out the convolution of between those two parameters. And of course, which is not been possible using the word CONV. Okay, of course, I can find out the convolution, that is maybe a circular convolution or a linear convolution using the words. If it is a circular convolution, we'll be using what? The word CCONV. That is nothing but circular convolution. If it is just a linear convolution, that is nothing but a linear convolution of it, then we'll be using the keyword CONV. Okay. In this particular case, that is here, I cannot use that word CONV. Why? Because when we are trying to find out the convolution, that is CONV, what it will happen, the length, the total length will be the first sequence length, the second sequence length, the minus 1. Okay. But if the infinite impulse response, what will be the sequence? It will be an infinite sequence. So we are not using the word CONV here. Instead of CONV, we are using another key function, or the function which is used in the MATLAB is your word filter. Okay, I'll be using the word FILTER. Okay, yes. Coming to the next point here, we can see here, that is the difference equation having only y of n and the present and past samples of input x of n, then it is called as an FIR. Okay, here the output sample doesn't comprising of the past samples, then it is an FIR. In this case also, I can use here, I can use both the things. I can use CONV, or else I can use the word filter itself, because in this case, what will happen? It is not the output is what we are trying to find out an output response here. It is not an infinite impulse response. It is a finite impulse response. So in this case, I can use the word filter, or else I can use the word CONV. Okay. So I'm just taking a difference equation here. In this difference equation, if you see the parameters, that is the 0.8, the 0.6, or it may be 0.7 or 0.5, the parameters, all those values are a constant values. And of course, it is not varying with respect to the time. Okay. Will it vary? No, because it is 0.8 is fixed for what? The delay element, that is for your y of n minus 2. Okay. So if you see here the coefficients, that is 0.8, 0.6, 0.7, 0.5, all those coefficients are constant coefficients, and they are not function of your time. So it will not vary with respect to the time. Okay, that's the reason it is called as a linear time invariant. Okay, linear time invariant type of your system. And in this type of your system, we can see here the order of the given difference equation, it is 3. How I come to know the difference equation order is 3? It is depending upon the number of delay elements. So what is the maximum delay element we are using here? We are there in this particular difference equation. It is there. We can see it is 0.6 into y of n minus 3. So because of this, we can make out the order of this particular difference equation is 3. Okay. So I'm considering one more difference equation here. The difference equation, that is y of n plus 0.3 into n into y of n minus 1. That is, your 0.3 is getting multiplied with one more factor. That one more factor is your n value itself. So it is getting multiplied by n. So it is not a constant value. That is, your 0.3 is not a constant. The coefficient 0.3 is not a constant. It is varying with respect to a time. Okay, so we may have a difference equation which is varying with respect to time, or it will not be varying with respect to the time also. Okay, difference equation. But normally we will be taking difference equation that is normally an LTI, that is a linear time invariant type of the systems itself. Okay. And to solve this particular difference equation, what I have to do for solving this particular difference equation, that is nothing but I'm trying to get an output equation that is in the form of y of n itself. And to get in that particular form, what I have to do, if I simplify that, or if you just take down the given difference equation and write down in the form of your y of n, of course I can try to simplify that particular difference equation. Okay, so that is nothing but I am trying to get the output of y of n itself. And how to solve this particular difference equation, that is, to solve this difference equation, or my output depends upon the input itself. The output depends upon what? The factor, that is the x of n itself. And this x of n can be anything. It can be an impulse response, that is dou of n. That is, my input x of n can be an impulse response. My input x of n can be a step response, or my input x of can be a sinusoidal type of the signal also. Okay, so here to get the final difference, that is the impulse response or step response, or your sinusoidal type of the response, that is, I'm replacing my input. I should give an input. No, my input can be anything. It can be an impulse, it can be a step, it can be a steady state, anything it can be. So here, to if I want to get a impulse response, that is nothing but I have to replace my x of n by what? Dou of n. If my input, that is, if I want to get an input in a, that is nothing but in a step response, if I need my output in a form of a step response, that is nothing but what I have to do. My input x of n should be equal to what? Step response, that is u of n, that is 1 1 1 1. Okay, or if my input, if it should be a, or my output if it should be a steady state response, that is nothing but what I have to do. I have to replace my input with a sinusoidal type of your sequence. Okay, whether you people are understood till here?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I can get any type of your output. My output can be my, of course, my output is depending upon the input itself. So depending upon what type of your input you are trying to give, my output will vary. Okay, so if my output should be an impulse, of course, my input should be an impulse. Okay, so I cannot get a different type of fruit by planting what any mango means mango plant. If I want means definitely I need a mango seed itself. Simple. That is nothing but the input itself. So here, depending upon the type of an input, my output will also vary. Okay, and for any given difference equation, I can get any type of an output depending of your input. Okay, yes. Here in this particular program, I am trying to get a 3 different types of output, and all the 3 different on the input itself. Okay. Yes. Yes, coming into the algorithm, what we are done here in this particular program, that is, I'm trying to take the two sequences. What are those two sequences? The two sequences, that is y of n and x of n sequences. And those two sequences I'm representing as a coefficients. The coefficients as what? My output coefficients y as a and my input coefficients x as my b. Okay, so the terms, the coefficient terms for my output y, calling it as a, and for the input x, calling it as b. Okay, yes, and I'll be specifying till what number I need the response. Okay, that is nothing but the length of the response. I'll be fixing it, so that particular value I'll be giving. Then I'm using the command what is called as a filter. I'm using the one command that is called as a filter. Okay, then I'm trying to plot the input and as well as the that is impulse response sequence here. Okay, that is what is the algorithm here. Coming into the implementation, of course, as we are using the one function, that is inbuilt function filter, to solve the difference equation here. Okay, so we can see here y, the keyword what I am using, that is inbuilt function what I'm using, is your filter. And what it comprises of, it comprises of the coefficients values, the coefficients values of b, that is the output, a, that is nothing but the input, and the x value. And what is this x here? Sorry, b we know, a we know. What is the x here? The x is the input sequence. Okay, a is the input sequence. There x is the input sequence, y is the output sequence, which is of the same length as x. Okay, which is as the same length as x. Okay, so I'm just taking one keyword here, the difference equation here. You can see, given a difference equation, a naught into y of n plus a1 into y of n minus 1 plus a2 into y of n minus 2, which is equal to b naught into x of n plus b2 into x of n minus 2. We don't have a term b1 here. Okay, so yeah, you can see here we have a terms a naught, a1, a2 with respect to my output, and with respect to input x of n we have a terms b naught and b2. We don't have a term what? b1. Okay, so the coefficients are written in a vector as what? We can see here, b is equal to, what are the coefficients? B is here, these are the coefficients with respect to the input. So what are the coefficients we have from the equation? We have a b naught. Okay, we don't have b1 into x of n minus 1 is not there. So in place of what the constant term b1, I'm replacing with what here? It is 0. Okay, and we have a b2 coefficient. We have a b2 coefficient is also there, but we don't have a coefficient for your x of n minus 1. So for x of n minus 1, in the place of x n minus 1, I'm replacing with 0. If in the same given equation, if we don't have your b naught into x of n, we have only b2 into x of n minus 2, what will be the vector? Yes, anyone? If the coefficients, if the given difference equation, if there is no b x of n at all, we have only x of n minus 2. So what will be the coefficients? How can I write? I can replace b as what? Means the coefficients of b will be 0 comma 0, then b2. Are you getting it? Okay, hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay, then
Understood, sir. Yes, sir.
yeah, if you just see the coefficients of your a, that is for your output y of n, all the three values are there. That is, we have an a naught, a1, and as well as a2. So I am replacing all the three coefficient values. A here is equal to a naught, a1, and a2. Okay, yes. If you just see in the next line, for impulse response, the number x of n of zeros, that is I have to fix the number, tell what number I need, what we call it as the response. If I'm trying to give as an 100, what it will take here is, that is the x of n will be 1 comma 0 0 up to what number it will take, up to it will take of a 99 values. Okay, up to a 99 values it will be taking. Okay, if I'm trying to give as an 100. Okay, so if I'm implementing as an 100 the function, the number of zeros will be 1 comma 99 zeros. Okay, for the next case, that is for the first I'm talking with respect to the impulse response. If it is an impulse response, that is nothing but I'm adding with the zeros. What number of zeros I'll be adding? It will be I'm adding with the number of zeros which has been specified here in the program. If I'm giving as an 100, so it will be considering as what, 1 minus 99. Okay, but when it comes to the next case, that is for a sequence, if it is a step response, not an impulse response. If it is a step response means I am not supposed to give zeros. I'm supposed to give what? Ones. Okay, and that particular case, the step response. So we can see here how many number of ones will be there. That is starting from 1 comma remaining 99 zeros. That is nothing but totally it will be an 100. Okay, so say if I'm giving 100 here in this particular case, the number of zeros will be 1 comma 100, that is ones. Okay, so not the zeros. If it is in the impulse response, the zeros. If it is in a step response, it is what? Ones. Okay, so it will be by default, by program will take, you need not to worry, but I'm just telling you how it will take. Okay, yeah, we will just take one of the simple example here, the given problem. In this particular given problem, you can see the difference equation y of n minus y of n minus 1 plus 0.9 into y of n minus 2, which is equal to x of n. Okay, looking into the equation here, whether what is the order? Can you tell me first of all? Yes, what will be the order? Anyone? Hello guys, I'm talking to you.
Second order. Second order,
Second
sir.
order. Why it is second order? Because we have a delay element of n minus 2.
N minus 2.
Yeah, ಯಾರು ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು? ರೇಣುಕನಾ?
Yes, sir.
Okay, pa. Thank you. Okay, so it is a second order difference equation. Okay, in this second order difference, whether it is an IIR or an FIR, how can I make out whether it is an infinite impulse response or a finite impulse response? Anyone? ಇಷ್ಟೊತ್ತವರೆಗೂ ಹೇಳಿದಿನಲ್ರೋ? Till now I discussed the same thing. Just look into the difference equation here, whether my output is comprising, that is it is comprising of the past samples, whether we have a past samples of the output. Anyone?
No.
How, madam? No, madam. Here we can see y
Y
of n
and
minus
xn. Okay,
n
okay.
minus 1, 0.9 into y of n minus 2. It is nothing but what? It is the past samples itself. Okay, if past samples are there with respect to the output, then it is an infinite impulse response only. It is not an finite impulse response. That's what I'm trying to explain here. Okay, so from the given
Okay,
difference
sir.
equation, I can make out, first thing is I can make out the order. The order is 2. The next thing is whether it is an infinite or a finite. So looking into the difference equation, it is an infinite. Why? Because y of n minus 1, n minus 2, everything is there. Don't worry about your x of n minus 1, x of n minus 2. I'm looking only with the output parameter. So it is a infinite impulse response. Okay. Yes. To plot the steady state response, what I'm trying to do here with respect to y of n to x of n, I'm just taking a value of your costs and all those things. Before getting into the steady state response, first we will try to draw an impulse response. Okay. Yes. Getting into the program here, you can see n which is equal to input length of the response required. The first thing is, as it is an infinite impulse response, I have to give the response till what number I should get the response. Okay. Next case, I'm trying to replace the parameters of B coefficients and as well as A. Okay. Here A coefficients is nothing but the output coefficients. B coefficients is nothing but the input coefficients. Okay. Looking into the B coefficients. Okay. So that is nothing but the input coefficients. What are the input coefficients we have? We have only x of n. Yes or no? We have an x of n. If my difference equation, if it is in the same, means instead of this difference equation, if my difference equation is something like this, that is x of n plus 0.2 into x of n minus 1 plus 0.3 into x of n minus 2. So then what will be my coefficients in the B parameters? It will be 1, comma 0.2, comma 0.3. Are you getting it? See here, I've just add this in the same thing. If my difference equation is something like this, 0.2 into x of n minus 1 plus 3, sorry, plus plus 3 into x of n minus 3. Can you see I'm just changing in the difference equation what I made? So my difference equation, if this in this case here I made it, change it as y of n minus y of n minus 1 plus 0.9 into y of n minus 2, which is equal to x of n plus 0.2 into x of n minus 1 plus 3 into x of n minus 3. In that particular case, what will happen to my coefficients here? B, comma, what it will be? 0.2, comma, S3. Any confusion, guys? Hello. I need a response from you people.
Yes, sir, it's
guys.
clear, sir.
It's clear. Okay, okay, okay. So I'm not taking all those things here. If this 0.2 of x minus x of n minus 1 is not there, means what will happen? What will be my coefficients? I'm just taking as x of n plus 3 into x of n minus 3. So what will be the coefficients now? Can anyone tell me? What will be the coefficients? It will become 1, comma
0, comma 0,
0, comma 0, yes,
0, 1, 2, and then 3.
yeah, good. Okay, so it depends upon the number of delay elements. Okay, so I will just make it whatever it was there earlier. Okay, yes, so this was the coefficient now. Okay, yes, so I have just given the B coefficients, and what are my A coefficients? A coefficients are nothing but your output coefficients. Here my output coefficients are what? We can see here y of n, the constant coefficient term here it is 1. So it is 1 here, y of n minus 1. Here also the coefficient term is minus 1. Then we have a 0.9 multiplying coefficients of 0.9, which is of a plus symbol. Okay, so I'm just replacing the A coefficients and as well as the B coefficients here. Okay, then if it is an impulse response, as I told you, I have to use the zeros. I have to pad with the zeros, and that particular zeros will be depending upon what? 1 minus zeros of how many number of zeros I have to add. That is totally, if it is 100 to n minus 1. So it is 100 minus 1, that is 99, what I discussed in the here. Okay, the same thing here, this part. Okay, the same thing I've just replaced in this third line, third or fourth line. Okay, so x is equal to 1 comma zeros of 1 minus n minus 1. Okay, then of course it is varying between what? 0 to, that is 1 to n minus 1 impulse. I'm just giving the time vector. The time vector what I'm giving for plotting it. Okay, yes, I gave the input impulse response input and time vector for plotting it. So 0 to 1 totally, from 0 to 1 in factors of n minus 1. Okay, then one keyword, that is the function which I'm using here, is what? filter, comma, B, comma, A, comma, X. Okay. So what is my B here? B is nothing but my input sequence, X of n coefficients value. A sequence is my output coefficients value. X is nothing but the what? Samples, that is whether it's an infinite impulse response, means whether it is an infinite impulse response or impulse response, or whether it is a finite response. Okay. And of course my X value will be same as your input value. Okay. X. And of course the remaining things what I'm trying to do here is a plotting of it. Plotting of what? The sample sequence, a plot of 2 on 1. We know all those things. Okay. And I'm trying to plot two things. One is your impulse response, that is the impulse input. The other one is your impulse response. Okay. One is the input. The other one I'm trying to plot is your impulse response. Okay. Two things I'm trying to plot with giving all the title and the labeling and all those things. And of course, I'm trying to get the plotting. I'm dividing my what the graph sheets into two parts. And in those two parts, that is dividing what we can call it as into in a one page. I've divided into two parts, that is a row wise. Okay, two rows. In the two rows, I'm not once again dividing those rows into two parts. It is one and one only. That is nothing but what? First row, it will be comprising of one figure. Second row, it will be comprising of one figure. Okay. Then I'm just giving the order also, which should be the first and which should be the second. Okay. So 2, 1, 1 will be the first one. 2, 1, 2 will be the second plot. Okay. So I'll just copy down these things. And I will try to run in your MATLAB. I just copied the same thing into my MATLAB. You know how to open it, going into the new home, then going into a new project, then opening a new editor window. Then I have copied my, that is typing my particular program here. Okay. So in this particular program, what are the things I have just typed here? I given the sequence, the coefficients of X. I given the Y coefficients and the impulse input. All the three things has been given here. Okay. Then I will try to save this particular program. Save. Yes, I've saved the program and I'm trying to run the program. It is asking for length of the input response required. I'm just giving 100. Okay. Actually, you should get the output. It will take some time to get the graphical pictorial waveforms. This is the thing what I'm trying to show as an output here. If